We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, I hope everybody's doing good this morning. So I want to come on here and talk about our favorite female rapper, honey, Miss Azealia Banks. And once again, Azealia Banks is all over the blogs. Why is she all over the blogs, you ask? She's all over the blogs because she caught herself going off on RZA. She snapped on him, went in. So let me go ahead and update you guys on this whole Azealia Banks situation. So what's going on is that basically RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, he's been out promoting his new movie with Azealia Banks called Lovelyti, and it kind of reminds me of a hip-hop version of Honey. I just watched the trailer. It does look interesting. So anyways, RZA was on The Breakfast Club talking to Charlamagne the God, and they ended up revisiting the whole infamous spitting situation that went down with Russell Crowe and Azealia Banks. And you guys all know I covered this story intensively, and you guys remember Azealia Banks breaking down. And in that video, I basically, stated like, it's a situation of the bully finally meeting her match because she admitted to coming in there, being belligerent, being drunk. But then I also pointed out, because a lot of people are trying to make it seem like because Russell Crowe was this big Hollywood mogul actor that he could do no wrong. And I made sure to point out in there that I can definitely see Russell Crowe spitting on her and going off because he's been known for disrespecting coworkers, production, the crew. He had a horrible attitude on several sets that he was on. This is well documented. And I think it was a case of two huge egos clashing with each other. Go ahead and check out this flashback really quick, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary. She even admits that when she got there, she started insulting the guest and the host of the party, and that she was drinking. It just seems to me like she'd be one of those people that just comes off as an obnoxious drunk that doesn't know how to handle her liquor. At the end of the day, like I said before in my other video, Russell Crowe to me is not innocent. There's been all types of rumors about him through Hollywood that he has a really nasty attitude. But like I said in my other video, I feel like Azealia Banks met her match. And the reason why she's upset is that basically she met her match and her damn ego was bruised, okay? She got drunk, she insulted people, she threatened physical violence, and there were a lot of people stating that her kind of the situation was not true, including RZA. And now she's also trying to go in on RZA and saying that RZA is only, taking up for Russell Crowe because he doesn't want to mess up his connections. Be it here or there, the thing is, she reminds me of the boy that cries wolf. And when you cry wolf too many times, when you start things with too many times, when your damn reputation precedes you, it makes it hard for people to take you seriously. All right, so you guys just saw that snippet of my flashback of me talking about this situation. So like I said, the RZA was on The Breakfast Club talking about it too. And I want you guys to go ahead and watch what he had to say on The Breakfast Club. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
We're in a world now that when something happens, it explodes. If that would have been something that happened and stayed in the room, it would have just been something that happened, stayed in the room, and we'd have moved on. But it got out the room. But it takes nothing away from the great talent that she is or the talent that she delivered in this film. She delivered, y'all. And I don't care how. I was very angry at a point, but I can't be angry at her talent.
Did Russell put hands on her, though? Or spit on her like she said?
Look. He spit at her. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He didn't spit on her. He's like, pah, like you would, like that's what you are. You know what I mean?
Did you check him in that point though?
Yeah,
that's a white dude spitting at a black woman. You had to check him. You had
yeah, he apologized to me. You know what I mean? He said, but the night was crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to relive it. It was crazy, and it was super duper awkward.
All right, so you guys just saw what RZA had to say. So once that Breakfast Club interview went viral, Azealia Banks took to her Instagram page and she went off. And this is what Azealia Banks had to say to RZA. She says, RZA has to stop talking about me in the media. Until he's ready to apologize to me publicly, he can go back to sucking Russell Crowe's dick for invites to Hollywood parties. Nobody understands how badly I wanted to die the moment RZA lied and told the world that I deserved to be spat. People laughed at me and said I lied. No one understands the amount of pain that came with that after that incident. Just fucking respect me and stop saying my name. At RZA, I hope you drop dead. So that's what she said to RZA. RZA hasn't replied back. He hasn't said anything back. But one thing I do want to say that kind of troubles me with the whole situation, you guys know I'm not a big Azealia Banks fan because she's constantly embroiled in some type of controversy. She's more known about controversy and disrespecting other artists than she is for her own music. But with that being said, something in that Breakfast Club interview did not sit well with me. Now, initially, RZA was kind of, shying away, making it seem like the situation wasn't as bad as it was and that, certain things didn't take place. But then when Charlamagne pressed him, he did admit that Russell Crowe spat at her, but he was like, well, no, he didn't spit on her. He spat like at the floor and, basically equated her to the spit on the ground. That's not the words that he used, but that's what he's basically insinuating. But what bothers me is that he's saying that she should have just basically sat there and ate her food. She should have just sat there and been quiet because basically being in that inner circle, getting to know Russell Crowe and his crew would have been more worth it to Azealia Banks than where she's at now. I didn't like that because at the end of the day, if she's going through something and if this is a situation that happens and I think somebody spitting on anybody or spitting towards somebody is disgusting, but would he give that same advice if it was Madonna? You know what I'm saying? If she had gotten spit at? Or if it was Janet Jackson, or hell, even Cardi B, being that she's #1 on the Billboard right now. You know what I'm saying? Would he have given that same advice? Why is it that when it comes to her, she should have just been quiet and sucked it up? And see, that's that bullshit that goes on in Hollywood, where people see things and people experience things, but they don't want to say anything because it's like, well, look where you're at. If you just be quiet and, just hang in there, you'll eventually get your Grammy Award. You'll eventually get your Oscar. All of this abuse and somebody talking down to you and spitting at you and, y'all going back and forth, it's going to eventually pay off. And that's the vibe I get from RZA. And I didn't respect that because you're supposed to be a strong, conscious black man. And for you to say she should have just been quiet and basically sucked it up, I thought that was kind of fucked up. I wasn't feeling that at all. You know what I'm saying? How about you tell Russell Crowe that maybe he should have controlled his temper along with Azealia Banks? She should have also controlled her temper, but that doesn't give him the right to spit at somebody. And it's funny how supposedly he confronted Russell, and I don't believe it because when Charlamagne reiterated that this is a white guy spitting at a black woman, I know you got up and said something. He seemed kind of hesitant. So I'm not really believing his story. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading his vibes wrong, but he seemed kind of hesitant. Like, let me hurry up and think about something to say. And he claims that he jumped in, and he, talked to him, and Russell Crowe ended up apologizing to him. Well, why would he apologize to you? You weren't the victim of that situation. Would it not have made more sense for you to take Russell Crowe to apologize to her? So that whole situation to me is just, it's really, really disturbing that he would say that she should have just been quiet. If that's her story and if that's what happened and she wants to share that with the world, she had all rights to share that with the world. Because again, you have all these Hollywood starlets now coming out and sharing their Harvey Weinstein story, and nobody's telling them that they should just be quiet and eat their food. So I think if this situation happened in the way that it happened, she definitely deserves to tell her story and tell her side. Now, with that being said, like I said in my original video, I don't think she's necessarily innocent in this. I think they both definitely played a part in the entire situation blown up in the way that it did. But I do not believe that she needed to be silent about it or not talk about her experiences. So that was really disappointing to hear RZA say that. So the whole situation is interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how all of this plays out. Will you guys go see the movie Love, Beats, and Rhymes? It does look pretty good. I didn't expect the trailer to look as interesting as it did, and hopefully Azealia Banks brings her acting chops. But I think because she's been embroiled in so much drama over the years, I don't see her getting any more gigs after this, really, besides possibly, doing her music. I don't see her really making it big in Hollywood because that whole Russell Crowe situation, that was a huge drama. I mean, that was like a worldwide drama because Russell Crowe's a worldwide, star. So it's going to be really interesting to see if this ends up helping her career in any type of way, if it ends up, helping her musically possibly, if it brings more fans to her. So you know she's definitely not here for RZA's bullshit. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.